In this existence, we are constantly bombarded with messages telling us to evaluate ourselves to others. We're informed that success is about beating the competition, mountaineering the company ladder, and measuring our really worth based on external factors. But the fact is, the simplest actual battle we are facing on this international is the only that rages inside. You see, the most vital race you may ever run is not against your peers, your colleagues, or your competition. It's the everlasting marathon of personal growth and self-improvement. It's the by no means finishing adventure of becoming the fine model of yourself, one step at a time. When you make the decision to compete against yourself, something remarkable happens. The focus shifts from comparing your accomplishments to those of others to simply being better than the person you were yesterday. It's not about winning or losing, it's about continuous, unending progress. Let me tell you, my friend, that there is nothing like realizing that you have set a record for yourself. It simply is breathtaking to realize that you were able to hit a nail on the head on that project you've been executing towards, or to score an ace on that skill set you've been practicing day in, day out. This is why, way down in your bones, it wasn't just the guy in the other lane you defeated, it was the part of you that was afraid to try. But the journey of self-improvement is not an easy one. There will be times when the challenges seem insurmountable, when the obstacles feel too big to overcome. There will be moments where you want to give up, to throw in the towel, to accept defeat.
And that's exactly why the UVU approach is needed at this stage. It should be noted that UVU approach means that in fact there are two selves inside each person, and only one of them is negative. Because the only opponent you can really have a conflict with is yourself. The only way to slow you down and maybe even get in between you and your goals is if you decide to give up. Let me assure you, there is that version of you ready and waiting, just for the chance to come out and play.
But when you decide to compete against yourself, when you make the commitment to be better today than you were yesterday, you unlock a power within you that is truly unstoppable. You tap into a well of determination, resilience, and sheer willpower that allows you to overcome any obstacle in your path. You see, this realization of life is much simpler. Success is not how you compare to the next man, but whether you're better than the man you once were. It is about striving for higher standards and improving oneself at every step and level, reaching the ultimate level of one's capability all the time. Which, trust me, is not always possible. At some point in your life, you will find yourself in situations where the convenient button, the safe button, the let me not rock the boat button will be staring in your face. From time to time, you will find yourself looking for shortcuts, for a warm, lazy day, for mediocrity. But when you make the choice to compete against yourself, you're making the choice to never settle. You're committing to a lifetime of growth, of improvement, of pushing yourself beyond your limits. And let me tell you, that kind of commitment is not for the faint of heart.
However, the compensation that comes with it is priceless. It is rather inspiring when one can glance through the mirror and look at the person she has become from the one she was before. You will know that you didn't only overcome the odds, but the person you deemed impossible to overcome. You see, the UVU battle isn't just about achieving your goals or checking off items on your to-do list. It's about cultivating a mindset of constant self-improvement, of relentless pursuit of your own potential. It's about refusing to accept the limits that others may try to impose on you, and instead defining your own limits. And let me tell you, that kind of mindset is not always easy to maintain. There will be days when the self-doubt creeps in, when the inner critic starts to whisper that you're not good enough. that you'll never achieve your dreams. But that is the very time when the UVs you approach is so mandatory. Because when one is fighting with himself and herself only, one is not fighting against situations and other people's pressures. It will not only make you confront your enemy, which is the part of you that wants to quit, to compromise, to be mediocre. And believe me, there is no such sweet triumph like the one you score in your own mind. When you have dismissed the negative thoughts, when you block out the skepticism and the fear, and you take back control of your life and reinvent it from yourself, that is when you become unstoppable. And to be quite honest, life is the only thing that prevents you from achieving your true potential. Or better yet, only you can do it. The only constraints that are around are the ones that one sets around himself or herself. And when you decide to go head-to-head against that version of yourself, when you want to be better than the man, woman you were yesterday, you touch a level of change that is rather inspiring. Think about it. How many times have you looked at someone else's success and thought, I could never do that? How often have you let fear, self-doubt, or lack of confidence hold you back from pursuing your true dreams and aspirations?